Lizards, mysterious, quick, and capable of extraordinary feats, like regenerating their tails. But what if I told you that these humble creatures also carry ancient wisdom? You've seen them scuttling up walls, basking on rocks, or darting out of sight as you pass by. For many, they're just small, inconspicuous creatures inhabiting the cracks and corners of our world. But in folklore, lizards are celebrated as symbols of transformation, wisdom, and resilience. Get ready to be amazed, because the following 3 stories from around the world reveal just how relevant ancient wisdom is to our lives today. The Gecko's Complaint, a lesson of light from Malaysia. In the warm, humid regions of Malaysia, the gecko is a familiar sight and sound. Its sharp clicking calls echo through the night, sometimes startling the unwary. But in one popular Malaysian tale, it's the gecko who finds itself disturbed, and it has had enough. The story goes like this. A gecko grew increasingly frustrated with the frequent flashing of the fireflies. Night after night, as it hunted for insects, the tiny fireflies flitted around, their lights flickering in the darkness. To the gecko, these flashes were nothing but a distraction, making it harder to focus on its prey. Determined to put an end to this nuisance, the gecko decided to take its complaint directly to the heavens. The firefly's light is too bright. It's disturbing my peace and making it impossible to catch my food. Hearing the gecko's plea, the heavens responded. A strong wind swept through the night, extinguishing the firefly's lights. The gecko was pleased at first. The night was now completely dark, just as it had wanted. But as it began to hunt, the gecko quickly realized that something was wrong. Without the subtle glow of the fireflies, the night was pitch black. The gecko couldn't see anything at all. It stumbled over rocks and leaves, unable to catch a single insect. The once familiar night had become an impenetrable darkness. The gecko returned to the heavens and begged for the firefly's light to be restored. Understanding its mistake, the heavens once again sent a gentle breeze, and one by one, the fireflies began to glow. Their lights flickered back to life, and with them, the night returned to its balanced state. And so the gecko gained wisdom through its experience, as we can too. How often do we complain about minor annoyances in life, only to realize later that they serve a greater purpose? Everything in nature has its place, even the things that irritate us. That person who is annoying you, or that obstacle that is in your way, could actually help you. Think about the annoyances in your life. Could they be serving a purpose you haven't yet recognized? Can you reframe them in your mind to turn them into positives? The tale of the gecko teaches us not to miss the beauty of the fireflies in the darkness. Next, The Lizard and the Sun, a Mexican fable of perseverance. Travel thousands of miles west, and you'll find yourself in the ancient lands of the Aztecs, where the sun itself once went missing. Darkness covered the world, and the people cried out for light. Many animals tried to bring the sun back, but only the most humble among them succeeded. The Lord of the Jungle, the sleek jaguar, was certain that its superior might and hunting skills would help it find the sun. It searched tirelessly through the forest and across the mountains, but to no avail. The king of the air, the high and mighty eagle, declared, "My way will succeed where others will fail." It believed its power of flight and keen eyesight were destined to triumph. It soared high into the sky, expecting to spot the sun from above. But try as it might, it could not discover the sun's familiar rays. The snake, slithering through the underbush, attempted to find the sun by seeking out hidden places deep within the dark recesses of the earth, where the snake itself loved to lie low, all in vain. But the humble lizard, trusting its instincts, moved step by step toward the faintest traces of warmth that the other animals had missed. The path was uncertain, but it pressed on. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the lizard found it. A small concealed cave, glowing faintly with the light of the hidden sun. The lizard's patience and quiet determination had led it to the source of life itself. After discovering the sun, the lizard carefully carried it back to the sky, restoring light and warmth to the world. Unlike the other animals, the lizard was not arrogant. It did not presume it was destined to succeed, nor did it insist that its method was the only path to finding the sun. Instead, it approached the task with an open mind. It sensed the subtle cues of its environment and discovered what the others had missed: the faint warmth leading to the hidden sun. Sometimes we need to use all our senses, not just hearing, but listening, not just touching, but feeling, not just seeing, but observing, not just tasting, but savouring, not just smelling, but inhaling deeply, because the path to our success already exists in our lives. We need to open our inner eye to perceive it in the darkness. Next, The Chameleon's Victory, a Madagascan tale of patience. One famous Madagascan tale tells of a race between the animals. The fast and strong laughed when they saw the slow-moving chameleon enter the race. But they soon learned that slow and steady has its advantages. The hare darted ahead of everyone, bounding across the terrain with ease, but grew arrogant and decided to take a nap in the shade. The deer, with her graceful strides and powerful legs, quickly followed the hare, but her focus on speed led her to make careless mistakes. Stumbling over rocks and roots, she eventually grew tired and injured herself. The monkey, agile and clever, swung through the trees, taking shortcuts and showing off its acrobatic skills. However, the monkey was easily distracted by the fruits and other temptations along the way, slowing its progress. Then came the small, unassuming chameleon, perhaps a distant cousin of the more famous tortoise. The chameleon knew it couldn't match the speed of the hare or the deer, so it didn't try. Instead, it moved at its own pace, one small step at a time, never rushing and never tiring itself out. The chameleon understood that consistency would be more important than speed in the long run. Unlike the monkey, who was easily distracted, the chameleon remained focused on the path ahead. It didn't get sidetracked by temptations or by the progress of other animals. The chameleon kept its eyes on the goal, steadily moving forward, inch by inch, until it crossed the finish line. Small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. The chameleon's steady progress exemplifies this principle, reminding us that true success often comes from persistent effort rather than short bursts of activity. So as you move forward, ask yourself, where can you apply these lessons in your life? Remember, just like the lizard, success may come from the quiet, steady steps you take each day.